Hello. Oh my goodness. Sorry for the technical difficulties. If you can hear me, please drop a one in the chat. Hey Tania, how are you? Yay, I'm glad you made it to a live. I barely made it to the live, girl, but I'm here. I'm here. My hair is like doing its own thing over here. Hi Laura. Okay, you guys can hear me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Southern Belle, Davinia. Where are you guys coming in from? And what are you sipping on? I got coffee. I got on my mama bear pajamas, and Sugar Bear has on his baby bear pajamas. He's sitting here quiet, so I'm going to leave him there for a second. I have been MIA, and life has been lifing, as they say, as the young folks say. I Sugar Bear is on the move, and so it's a little, well, not a little challenging. It's not challenging at all. I love that he's on the move. It just is. Not conducive to lives and sitting here talking. So I don't even know how long we'll be on here because he's sitting here quietly now, but he might want to get down and play. He has some stuff up here, but we'll see how far along we get. But I wanted to hop on. Someone made a comment about what was my journey like. So I wanted to do a recap of what my journey is. And I also wanted to check in with you guys. Normally I'll do like a talk before the holidays about the emotions of the holidays and prepping. And I didn't this year. I trust that you all made it through. It is, yeah. Tomorrow is the death anniversary of my brother. So he was murdered in 2001. And December 27th is always hard for me. So I would try to ramp it up. I don't know. We're gonna get through it. And I'm off today. I have to go to work. Well, no, I have to. I am honored. I am privileged to go to work on Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'm off again on Friday. My vacation accrual was a little wonky because I had, taken time off, and you don't accrue vacation while you're on leave. So I didn't quite get 4 weeks this year, but it's okay. It's I had all the time with the Sugar Bear, so I'm grateful for that. Did everybody have a nice holiday? Did anybody celebrate? Oh my God, Laura, his first Christmas was amazing. So randomly, I wasn't getting any gifts. Like I had gotten him clothes before, and I was just like, he's really into packages, like the literal packages. I'm a shopaholic, so I always have something coming in from Amazon, and he loves those boxes. So I was like, that, let him play with the boxes and the flat packages because he likes that crinkly sound. And he has these other, oh no, one's not up here, but he has the sensory toys that have the crinkly sound. But just as luck would have it, he got his Bitsy box yesterday, and he also, which I didn't even remember ordering, got a bag of stuff from Carter's, and so that was kind of his present. It just happened to, I'm sure it got in the mailbox the day before, but we've been home since Friday, so we went to the office on Thursday, and then they want to talk to y'all. So yeah, we were home. We had the day off on Friday. We have the day off today, and the day off yesterday. So anyway, he got to open that. I'll show you guys. What did I do with that box? Good Lord. Can I see it from here? Oh, I bet it's on the other side. Hang on one second. Oh, it's over here. So I'll just show you like some of this is the Bitsy box. He has that monthly subscription, but it was, he likes the box, but I have to be careful now because it has these little crinkle papers in it, and of course he wants to put it in his mouth, which is let's see, good Lord, the little stuffies, he loves to put that in his mouth. So, but we just did a bunch of relaxation and stayed in our pajamas. We're still in our pajamas and just hung out. He had a good time. It was really no different than any other day for him. It was really, I think, more powerful and more emotional for me because I've like just imagined this for so long, and way back to Applejack when I was pregnant at Christmas, and then my HCG wasn't rising. I remember all of that, and then last year being pregnant at Christmas and hopeful, but not too. I don't even know how to explain it. You know, part of it is the anxiety, I guess, but like I was pregnant and excited, but didn't want to be too excited just in case, which is like a horrible thing to think about. Like just I wish I could have just embraced it fully and just appreciated the miracle that was growing inside of me. But there was a part of me that was scared. And so to have him here, this came in his Bitsy. He just handed this to me. To have him here with me, um, is all the Christmas miracle that I ever, it's beyond what I dreamed of. You want to say hi to the aunties? You want to say hi? So yeah, we just one of the single mom by choice groups, they were gonna get together for a stroller walk, and I was like, you know what, we're in our pajamas, we're enjoying ourselves, we're gonna stay here. We might go out for a walk today. Just us, me and the dogs and the baby. We'll see. But yeah, it was emotional. It's weird, you know, I had like happy tears, if that makes sense. I was just like, I don't know. It was just like really like reveling in the magnitude of God's grace and mercy. It is just, you know, but God, you know, it was and I'm not even super religious, but it just you can't deny that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you can't deny that. That's the only way to explain that. And so I was just really grateful yesterday. And so that's what we did. And after he got the fever, I kind of abandoned Vlogmas, but I was just like wanted to spend more time with him and didn't want to take up time editing. I have one more that I will post whenever I get around to editing it. So we'll see. Arlette was vlogging. I saw some of her, like she did her Christmas lights at night. I was dyeing my hair and all that. But yeah, so it was, you know, we had a low key Christmas. Next year he'll understand more, so I'll do more things for him. I'm trying to figure out what that looks like though, because I think I've said that before. We're following like the Montessori method of learning. And so you really don't get into like Santa and fictional characters. You want them to be more grounded in reality, which is the complete opposite because, oh my God, for Cheyenne, I had this whole extravagant thing going on about how to keep like Santa, the idea of Santa alive. And it would be like, even when her friends at school started telling her, oh, he's not real, I would be like, look, Santa is busy. So the moment you don't believe he's real, he'll just stop coming to see you. So that kind of kept it alive. But even though she probably was like, I have to ask her now that I think about it. She probably was like, he's not real, but I'm not going to tell my mom I don't think he's real because I want to get these presents. Anyway, in Montessori, you don't do that. So I have to think about what that looks like. Like, does that mean no Santa at all? Like, no pictures with Santa? And, you know, but another part of it sits with me of like, ultimately, eventually it comes out to be a lie. Do you know what I mean? But is it like a white lie? Are we teaching our kids it's okay to lie? Anyway, that's a whole other story for a whole other time. But that's kind of where my head is going. Okay, I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I got from Carter. So this is a hat. He has so many hats. Oh my God. This is like the aviator hat. It has gloves or mittens. Here's one of them that goes with it. I don't know what he did with the other one yesterday. He got some Oshkosh because his mom is country, and who doesn't need a pair of overalls? And it has the little interior that's the flannel. They're lined, they're fully lined. It's not just the cuff. They're fully lined with the flannel, you know, to keep him warm. These are winter overalls. I love all these one pieces, although I don't think the people at the daycare like the one pieces because they when usually when I put him in there, they put him in his backup outfit. But I love these, and it has the little the ears for all of the things. For my little bear, are you trying to get off the couch, sir? I don't understand where you're going right now. Look, what is this one doing? Where are you going? Where are you going? You don't know? You don't know where you're going? You see what I mean? He's like super mobile. Uh-oh. So yeah. This one, Auntie's sidekick. Hopefully you guys can see these. I can see it right, but I can't remember if you guys are seeing the mirror image of me or not. But hopefully, well, I'll just tell you. It says Auntie's sidekick. And then here's another one piece for him. They all have snaps too in here, so it's not a diaper changing nightmare. Little Forest, I don't know what that says. Little Forest friend. And it's got like a bear and a coyote on there. And then another one. This has got, oh, it's got bears, foxes, penguins. Yeah. And then this little onesie with the hoodie. And I guess, I don't know, this little dinosaur. I don't, is that like the Carter's emblem? You guys let me know. I know Baby Gap is the bear. And then these are like little jeans. But I think technically they're jeggings because it's like stretchy material, you know, so he can get his little crawl on. But yeah, so that came. And then more toothbrushes in his little bitsy box. He's been using, or we've been using the finger one. um it's like a little silicone thing and it has like little bristles. It's not really like a toothbrush, but it's a like a baby toothbrush. And so we've been like brushing his gums and a little bit of teeth that are coming through. He got another book in there. I think the rest of this stuff is for mama. Yeah. Rose petal toner and soothing cleansing cloths, witch hazel. I guess those could be for him. I don't know, child. It's way too far postpartum really for them to be for me. And then maple multigrain muffin superfoods. I like to sprinkle these on my yogurt. They're pretty tasty. So yeah, that was kind of what he got as like quote unquote presents. He was getting them anyway. But yeah, so back to the question that somebody asked that prompted me to hop on here. Like, what was the journey like for a lot of you guys already know the journey, but then we have a lot of new people. So thank you all for coming along on the ride with me. We hit 13,000 subscribers too. So congratulations to all of you guys for building out the community. So I started with my own eggs in, oh my God, 2017. I started the journey in 2017. Well, I started with IUIs. I did my first IVF in 2018, egg retrieval, and did a 3-day transfer. That was Applejack. My HCG did not rise appropriately. It was wonky from the beginning. Like at first, the test was negative, then it was positive. It was like always a long shot. I really got my hopes up. And I think that is why when I did finally get pregnant with Sugar Bear, it was hard to be super hopeful because I don't know. I just felt like I kind of played myself with Applejack. So then switched clinics, went to another clinic, did another egg retrieval, got one egg. It made it to blastocyst, but then it did not progress any further. And that doctor wanted to test, genetically test the embryo. So it didn't make it to testing. Pandemic hit. I went out to California to be with my mom and my sister. My mom was diagnosed with cancer, and so went to, you know, be a support person for my mom and my sister and to get on my mom's nerves, basically, as she tells it. But came back and decided I was going to do donor eggs. Originally was going to do a dual cycle, so one with myself and one with the donor. Everybody in the community was like, oh, this is going to be your, you know, the slam dunk. Like that's what's been causing the delays and the miscarriages and etc. So secured the donor the end of 2020. Egg retrieval was February 10th of 2021. I can't remember how many eggs there were, but I know I ended up with 10 embryos. First transfer, I got a positive pregnancy test at home, but by the time I took the blood test at the doctor's, it was negative. And when I pressed the nurse saying, oh, but I got a positive at home, she was like, well, the HCG is 1, so that's still negative. Anything 5, it's either 5 and below or 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't remember. Now it reminds me of that store, 5 below. I watch a lot of people and they always say 5 and below. And I'm like, it's just 5 below, like the degrees. Anyway, random. I'm so random. Get on the connector. So yeah, that was an early miscarriage. There's a name for it. I'm not thinking of the name. Miscarriage, something like that. So did 4 more, right? Is that right? Or did I do 3 more? He was the 5th transfer with the double donor embryos. So I did 4. No, I did 3 more. That would get me to 4. And along that journey, I got a second opinion from another endocrinologist that was free. This service called oh my god, Grand Rounds. Is that it? Grand Rounds? Grand something, honey. And it was a woman out of UC San Francisco who looked at the records, and she gave me some options. And she was like, it's either, receptivity of your uterus, or it's the embryo quality. And given, everything with the history of the embryo and how it was created, they didn't think it was the embryo quality, but I had not tested those embryos. Because both of my donors were young. And so she was like, you can thaw all of those and have them tested and rethaw, but obviously there's a risk of losing the embryos when you do that. Or she was saying you can have a workup for what is it? Recurrent implantation failure. And so I decided to do that. Went to Braverman, who was a reproductive immunologist, and did a bunch of workup. They took so much blood. Oh my God. And I didn't have it didn't come out like ding, ding, ding. You actually have all of these problems, but it was higher than average. But like, had I been a younger person, they said they wouldn't have flagged it. But because of my history with the losses and everything else going on, they, oh my God, what is it called now? Killer cells, oh my God, this is bad. It's so crazy. When I was in the middle of it, I knew all the names, everything. And now it's just kind of like behind me. But yeah, anyway, I had to take a bunch of medication, long story short, from the immunologist and then he worked in concert with my endocrinologist. So you have the RE, the regular fertility doctor, and then you have the immunology, the reproductive immunologist, who's working on just like receptivity basically for me. So I had to take things like omega-3s. I did a steroid, I think it was Medrol. The doctor gave me Lovenox because the transfer before Sugar Bear, I had ovulated, or it wasn't even a transfer. We were prepping for a transfer. I ovulated through the medicine. So the Lovenox was supposed to like take me all the way down so that I wouldn't be able to ovulate, because we had to cancel that cycle. And although I don't know, that was a sign. I just could feel it when this transfer came along, like that this was the one. And so I don't know, it just was, I can't even explain it. I just knew it was different. I just could feel it. Did you feel it too? Did you know you were coming to mama? You were like, I'm ready. I'm ready. And then you picked me. Oh my God, he is smacking. So yeah, so I've had a total of 6 transfers if you count the one from 2018. And so he was my 6th transfer. And yeah, he's here now. I have 5 embryos left. I got to figure out what to do. I think I want to try for one more, but because of my age, I got to do it quickly. So it'll probably, if it's going to happen, it'll be somewhere in 2024. And if it's not going to happen, then I got to come to terms with that mentally so I can stop paying for embryo storage. Right? You want to show me your shirt? Oh, I got it all twisted up, don't I? Okay. So yeah. Okay, it's 5 and below. Yeah, that's what I thought so, but then I was like, I had to, yeah. So 5 or below. Yeah, if it's then it's considered negative. And I know it varies from clinic to clinic, and some clinics want it to be like at least 70. So it varies. Obviously, they want to give you hope, and they explain all the things to you about what does this mean with the low HCG and everything else that's going on, and like what your chances are. I can still remember talking to the nurse, Katrina, and she was like, "We'll be, what is it? Something optimistic." Oh my God, I can't remember anything. Cautiously optimistic is what she was saying. But I mean, they told me it was like a slim chance. Hey, Giselle, how are you? Hello, Ms. Aries. How are you? Yes, he is. And he's doing his little army crawl. He is soon will be doing his regular crawl. I posted it to shorts yesterday. what happens now is he'll get up on all fours and he'll like do this, like it just looks like he's about to get his motor running. Get your motor running. And then if he can't, like he'll take one little thing and then he'll fall to the floor. He'll like he's down, he'll throw his legs up the other way, if that makes sense, like from the knees up. Then if he can't get back up, he'll get frustrated. And so it's kind of cute, his little frustration, because he's trying to go and then he'll go back to army crawling. So he's on the move. Showering is interesting now. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, because like right now he's in his bassinet when I go in the shower. Oh my god, he fell off the bed the other day. So I have to put him in his bassinet, but he's like way too big for the bassinet. Because he can flip over. Luckily he can't pull himself up. Like he hasn't figured out that's a thing yet. But I'm gonna have to start putting him in his crib. I know you're supposed to do it at 6 months. Don't judge me. We're gonna do it at 7 months, maybe 7.5, and just keep the camera in there. But yeah, it scared me when he fell off the bed. And I was in here on a call. He was asleep, so I didn't take him out of the bed. I should have put him in the bassinet. I left him in the bed. He must have woke up and he, was started playing in the bed. And the next thing I know, I heard a boop, and then and so it was he was laying on the floor on his back when I got to him, but I think he must have like army crawled off and then flipped over. Just from what I could tell, because their head is heavy. So I think he was like going this way and then his head pulled him down. But that was scary. It's been a while since I've been able to check in. We are. Hey, I'm my queen to me. Happy holidays. Yes. Oh yeah, please thumbs up the live. I appreciate you. Hey Loretta. Hey S Oliver. Natural killer cells. Thank you. NKC. That's what I was trying to think. Yeah. So it wasn't to the point of like a red flag, but it was elevated, like slightly elevated. So they addressed those. Like my immune system was working overtime, basically. So yeah, that is what anti-inflammatory. I had to take so many omega-3s. And I also did hydroxychloroquine, which I know everybody knows from COVID now, but that was also to help out my immune system. That was in lieu of the IVIG. I was never on the list for intralipids, but I was going to do IVIG. And then we had to fight with the insurance. By the time insurance approved it, it was like the busy time at work. And so I couldn't. So we ended up doing the Plaquenil. The only thing was I had to take it 30 days before my transfer, whereas like IVIG, I would have taken it closer to transfer and then after transfer. And the nurse could have come to my house and all of that fun stuff, but it didn't work out for me. But yeah, so there's Braverman and there's another immunologist here. I can't remember. I know my acupuncturist had recommended this guy. I can't think of his name, but those are kind of the top two in town, at least in New York City. And I think I was leaning toward Braverman anyway, because my IVF unicorn, my dermatologist, had used Braverman, the actual Dr. Braverman, before he passed away. So I kind of leaned toward that. The service was a little wonky, I think, because of like post-pandemic procedures. Like they weren't all in the office. I couldn't call the nurse directly. She would always call me from a blocked number. It was like it was just different, I should say. I shouldn't even say it's bad, but I felt like I was spoiled. Like with Dr. McConnell, she would call me back. She would call me on a Saturday, like the doctor personally, not the nurse, not the, you know what I mean? I didn't have a direct line to Dr. Thornton. I didn't have his phone number. I didn't have his email. And then when I complained about it, the head guy of the center now called me, or we set up a I recorded it, it's on my channel, a video call. And then he gave me his personal mobile and he was like, if you need anything, call me. But I was just like, you're not even my doctor, technically. You know what I mean? So anyway, I say all that to say I don't know if I have to go back to an immunologist next time. I hope not, but Dr. McConnell may say like we need to do this, XYZ. And if that's the case, I will go to the other immunologist and tell him like what my protocol was. I'm hoping like Dr. McConnell. Yes, are you singing? Yes. Okay. That sounds like an interesting song. Let me wipe your face because you're drooling everywhere, sir. Yeah, okay. I lost his little friend Alex. I don't know where he is. The girl is here, and this child can never keep her pants up. I don't know what the situation is. Alex has um a one piece on, so that makes it easier. But this one, like, I don't know if it's the way Sugar Bear plays with her. But here we go. Hold on. Let me get her pants on. But maybe it'll be good for potty training. We'll be like, okay, pull your pants up, pull your pants down. So I don't know. But this child is always okay. There, we got our pants on. She says hi. Can she have a kiss? Can she have a kiss? Mwah. Mwah. Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of that. Thank you. Oh my God. I still have one more. I'm gonna do more on Friday. I'm off on Friday because, well, I'm just take the compliment. Thank you. I'm still working on it though. It is a little challenging. Like I had to do some of it in the living room so I could keep my eye on him instead of just standing up in the bathroom. And then I was waiting for him to go to sleep. So it was like some overnights getting my hair done. Prednisone, I know that is a common drug in protocols. I think I took, well, I definitely did take prednisone toward the middle of the cycle, but I also have Medrol, which was, I had to start taking like the day that I started my period. Let me see, Medrol. Yeah, which is methylprednisolone. So, yeah. Let's see, it says here, is Medrol the same as prednisone? They're both corticosteroids. The main difference between them is that methylprednisone is available in an injectable form, which is useful for persons' inflammation is severe and requires reducing quickly. So yeah, I did not take an injectable of that. Sir. Yeah, okay. Oh, you don't want to be up here. I just don't know what you're gonna do if I let you loose. Sir, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Can I have a kiss? Mm. Mm. So, happy holidays to you too. So, thank you. Cute curls. Oh, look at the little doggy. So cute. Oh my goodness. I could not get a picture with Liberty and Justice yesterday. Justice did not want to wear this. They had which matches our pants. They're kind of big because my dogs are teacups. And so she was not happy. Liberty wore hers for a little while until she stepped out of it. But yeah, I'm in love with dogs. So yeah, that I just wanted to do like a quick little recap of how we got to Sugar Bear for those of you guys who are new, and recap for those who have been on the ride but don't remember all the details. And clearly I don't even remember all the details. I was gonna do like a compilation video. I still might do it. We'll see. I'm not gonna pressure myself because I'm trying to go through all the footage. Which just takes a long time to do it. So it'll depend on like time and energy and if that's how I want to spend it. But I think it would be nice just for myself to have like you know, the journey all in one spot. So we'll see. It's on my maybe list. And then I'm getting ready to do my vision board this week. I might do a live on Friday because I'm home on Friday and we can do it together maybe. I'll let you know. I'll put it on the community post and see. But I definitely want to get that done before the new year starts. And so I have the magazines piled up. I'll probably cut out pictures today while Sugar Bear scoots around, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But yeah. So sorry I've been MIA, but I definitely have been thinking about you all, praying for everybody. And, I know a lot of women are still in the journey, and just stay hopeful and figure out what makes sense for you. There is no right or wrong answer. And if you come to a crossroads of if you are not sure if you want to go on, I think go on as far as continuing the journey. I think you have to think about which one will you regret more. Do you know? I mean, at least that's what worked for me. And I knew that's how I knew I had to keep going, because I had so many times where I was like, I'm not going to do it if I have to go to donor eggs. I'm not going to do it once I'm over 50. I'm not going to, all of those roadblocks I kind of put up for myself. But when push came to shove, I wasn't ready to walk away. And so, and not to say I wasn't ready to walk away empty handed, because I could have ended up empty handed, right? There's no guarantees. I just did like a lot of manifestation work, a lot of praying, to really ground myself so that I didn't feel like I was in despair. But you have to do whatever works for you, whatever makes sense for you. I mean, you know what your heart and your mind can handle. And sometimes the heart wants more than the mind can handle. Do you know? And so you have to figure that out. Yes. Ooh, honey, what are you flinging your head back like that for? You want to get down? Yeah. You want to get down? You done with this? Okay. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I nurse him. Do you want milk? Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, I know. Okay. This guy. All right. So what did you all do for the weekend? What was the or I guess technically it was a Monday, but for the holiday weekend, did anybody see family and hang out, or did you kind of stay home and chill? I feel like it was such a chill year. I was meant to go to California, and then I was just like, I physically cannot do it, because I would have had to flown back today. Right. Well, I guess I didn't have to, but why would I fly back on Christmas if I'm going out there for Christmas? And then to be to work Wednesday just seemed like a tall order. But I told them I would come early next year, just when I have more time and I'm not on the struggle bus. Yeah. So, oh my God, he's going to sleep and snoring. His little nose is congested. We stayed home and just had a chill holiday. Very nice. Where are you, Sarah? It didn't snow here. My family was asking me that. It's like 34 degrees, so we're a little ways off from snow. But yeah, we just chilled too. It was just like very low key. I actually didn't even cook. I gotta cook I'm making lamb chops, and we just ended up going to bed because we were tired. And I'm gonna make those today. So I mean, he doesn't know the difference, so it's all good. And do laundry and all that kind of stuff. Oh, you're in North Carolina. Nice. Okay. Um, yeah. So I think of the Carolinas now, and there's so much true crime that I'm watching out of the Carolinas. I love your avatar with the hair. That is fire. Um, my second time here. Hi. Oh, you had to work? Okay. Hopefully you got triple time. I know my sister was working and my cousin in Vegas was working. God bless you guys doing the Lord's work. My sister likes to work the holidays because she works in a hospital. She works for Kaiser, but she's also been a high needs patient, and so she was like, they need good people on those days, so I try to come in. Which makes sense, you don't want them to be understaffed. I guess a lot of people also call out when they've been scheduled for that, but yeah. Uh, I was glad to not have to work. And so I keep saying have to. I was glad I didn't go into work. It's not like I'm not enslaved there. So, but yeah, it was good to have the time off. It's been a little weird going back, and having the baby. So we've only done one full week back in the office since November 20th. It was like the second week, because the first week we went back, it was only 3 days, and then we had Thanksgiving, so we had those 2 days off. And then the next week, that was our first full 5 days. And then the week after that, he had his 6-month shots and he got sick. So we were out 3 days that week, I think. Or no, like 2.5. I went to pick him up. I'm trying to think. It was like we were out 2 days for sure, because he got a fever. And so when they get a fever at the daycare, they can't come back the next day. It has to be at least 24 hours with no Tylenol, so that happened twice in that week. Um, no, I did take 3 days off because he coulda gone back on Friday, but I was like, "Is that right?" I can't remember. Oh my god. Mom brain. Whatever it was, we've only done 1 full week in, so that has been interesting, and I think I'm gonna have him go to the backup daycare for 2 more weeks just so well, he's definitely going tomorrow and Thursday, but then I think 2 weeks in January, and then he'll start his regular, I think. We'll see. It's interesting having them in daycare. The backup daycare, though, he's only had, like, the most I wanna say 3 other kids. I don't even know if that's right. He might have been the 3rd, but some days he's the only one, like, Thursday, he was the only one there in the infant section, and then some days there's, 1 or 2 other babies there. There's, like, a little baby named Theodore that's been there the most. He's 10 months old. One time there was a girl, was it last week? It all blends together. There was a girl who was, like, 8 months, and she was hollering when I dropped him off, when I picked him up, I was like, "Oh my gosh, she does not wanna be here." And then there's another one, a 9-month-old. So the only one who's walking is the 10-month-old, and the other ones are, like, they can pull up, so it'll be interesting. I gotta get everything in here, like, together for when he pulls up. It's on my list, it's on my list. That's what we had. Oh, you had lamb, yeah. Yeah, this'll be his first time having lamb. I'm doing lamb chops with rosemary, and then I'm gonna do some smashed potatoes. And I think I have canned greens, so I think I'm gonna do that because I just don't have the energy to, like, wash and do, like, official greens, or I might do spinach, so we have some kind of greenery, but yeah, I already know he loves turkey and chicken, so I was like, "Let's try something new," trying to get his 100 foods in before his first birthday. Now he's knocked out. On his favorite pillow. Oh my god. Oh, that's the other thing at daycare. So he only naps like 30, 45 minutes. While we were home, well, at least his 2 o'clock nap, we always took together. We just got in the bed and that's I would sleep, he would sleep. It worked out for us, but that does not work out at daycare because they can't, they got to put him in a crib. So they'll rock him in the rocking chairs. He'll fall asleep. He'll be fast asleep. They'll put him in the crib and maybe like 20 minutes later, he's popping up. So yeah, it'll be interesting transitioning to him to his crib. I'm gonna have to let him cry, which is gonna be hard, but not impossible. He has learned a dramatic cry since going to daycare. Not that it's not a real cry, but he'll like throw his head back and be like, ah! Which he's learned from the other kids at daycare. I try not to laugh. It's adorable because he's like so serious about it. And it's only for a little bit till I come and get him, but it's kind of good and bad of the things they learn at daycare. So I don't know if well, I shouldn't just blame it on daycare. I should say he didn't do it before daycare, and I noticed some of the other kids do it, and so now he has started doing that. Maybe it's a developmental thing. He's the youngest in there though, so I don't know. Um there Oh, thank you, CG. Shamika, stay positive. Happy holidays. I've missed you guys too, but I had to prioritize him over everything else. And so trying to get on a live is rough. Trying to edit, I was like not getting sleep. And so I was like, I got to do what's healthy. But I'm always thinking of you guys and I'm never far away. I check the comments and try to see what is going on. But yeah, it's been a journey and I'm enjoying him. This time is like going by so fast, which helps. So I have been doing some recording, whether it makes it onto YouTube or not, I don't know, but it's good for me to memorialize it and just like how quickly he is progressing and changing and growing. It's lovely to watch. Yeah. Right now we're working on empathy, mainly because he is biting me when he's nursing. So then I've imitated a cry to see if he recognizes it as a cry. Right now he just thinks it's funny. Um, and I think technically they don't really get into empathy until like 9 months or so, but I still just want to go through the motion of like this is how someone else is feeling. Um, so he can start to correlate it, right? Like when he cries, I respond. So when I cry, does he respond? Although I know it's a survival thing for him and his crying. But yeah, so working on those things, and just I'll do a whole update on his milestones and whatnot, but he's progressing well. He's ahead of schedule on most of the things, and so he's able to stand. That was the thing I was worried about before, with weight on his feet when held, and so, yeah, I gotta do a 5-month and a 6-month update. So I was trying to do them 1 month at a time, but he's almost done with his 6 months. He'll be done on January 2nd. So is that next weekend? That is next weekend, right? Yeah, or no, not the weekend. It is a week from today, I think, or a week from yesterday, whatever. So yeah, I'll just do the 5 and the 6-month update together. All right, ladies, I'm not gonna hold you. I appreciate you. I just wanted to hop on and say hello and talk about, respond to the question that was asked to me. I'll probably do a sit down video and record that, but I don't know when I'll have time. So I definitely wanted to get some information out to people who are in the journey and looking for some hope. Stay faithful, stay prayerful. Delayed is not denied. That's all I can tell you. Delayed is not denied. And it took me 6 years. I know some people it's taken 10, it's taken 12. What God has for you is for you, you know? So thank you all for hanging out with me. I love you all. Happy holidays. I think Tamika TTC is doing her New Year's Eve live like she normally does it. So I'll be over there if you guys want to come hang out in the chat and we can enjoy. She usually has like the fire going and they have their jammies on, and we'll bring in the new year like the moms and the moms to be that we are. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.